warehouse of random, I wouldn't say useless, but just random stuff.
And you're going to Chili's to sit down with the fam, and a goddamn robot pulls up and tries to serve you. You're like, excuse me. I'd like to be a gallon of milk that expires, maybe the 23rd, the 24th, instead of, maybe the 15th, the 16th. You know what I'm saying?
What is up, everybody? My name would be Evan. You can call me Ev, Red, Captain Redbeard, Big Red Bastard, Red Rob Zombie, Son of Ritz. We go by a whole bunch of names. What's up? Welcome. Here we are, a familiar, unfamiliar spot. This is, so the first few episodes are recorded in this very spot right here. And then if you're tapped into the streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/eelsauce, link in the description. Yeah, this is the stew. This is where I slumber for a good portion of some days. Not enough on some others. We got an immaculate grilled cheese right here. I believe this one was the Munster cheese with buttermilk bread. Tap the fucking Munster cheese with either potato bread or buttermilk bread. Best grilled cheeses you'll have in your life. It's life-changing. The Munster is like a stringy, gooey, kind of creamy cheese, and then with the softness of the potato or the buttermilk bread. I've used both mayo and butter as like, I don't know what you'd say, things to grill the cheese with, if you will. I think the mayo cooks it a little bit faster, but I think I like the taste of the butter better, or the taste of the margarine better. But yeah, that's a go-to grilled cheese. But yeah, we're in here because Kaylin is in the process of moving out as we speak. It is 11:02 p.m. Oh yeah, it is February 24th at 11:02 p.m. So we're starting off, it's about average time when we do this shit. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in the old room that I normally record. Okay, so there's normally a whole bunch of shit that's in there, but half of the shit that's in there, it pertains to Kaylin and her moving. So there's more shit, less shit. It's been moving in and out there, so I basically don't have a space to record this week's episode. But I wanted to make sure I had an episode this week because I felt very I don't wanna about this episode for no reason in particular. Just a heavy case of the I don't wannas. I was really I didn't want to record an episode last night because I was just like, ugh, I don't want to record an episode. But then I work tomorrow from basically like 2 to 8:30. So I'm thinking the logistics of how long it takes me to record, edit, render, upload a podcast. So there basically just wouldn't be enough time to have it recorded, edited, and uploaded to go up tomorrow on Sunday. And I've been really trying to stick to this once a week, recording Saturdays, uploading on Sundays type beat. So we're in the stew. But yeah, not having the room that I've been recording in for most of these episodes, not being in there kind of took it out. And I'm also just not necessarily not in the mood, but I just normally what I've been doing for the past couple weeks is that throughout the week I would just like write stuff down, or I don't know, things that would just intrigue me or something interesting or whatever, and then those would turn into like podcast topics for that week's episode. But this week, just not much has been going on. Haven't really been doing anything, and there's nothing really to report about. And Kaylin's moving, so I'm also sad about that. And it's just, again, I still want to bang out an episode. I still want to record. So here we are. It is Saturday. We are recording. But yeah, I'm not sure. This fucking camera, I tried to fuck with because I noticed, and it's probably in these recordings, that for whatever reason, the kind of like stuttery or can like lag a little bit with motion. Very fucking annoying, and I spent the better part of like half an hour trying to fix that, and I'm not sure. So if it lags, it lags. That's just kind of it's what it's in that department. Cause yeah, I've been trying to troubleshoot it. Because because we've been streaming. I've been streaming for it'll be tonight will be day 26 when I stream tonight. Um, I've been streaming every day for almost a month now, so I've gotten a lot more proficient when it comes to OBS and recording and outputting and all that bullshit. And yeah, I can tell now just like by moving my hand. It's just it's annoying. Thankfully, the audio's goated. The audio's coming in clutch, but it's irking me because this is the camera I use to stream on, and there's no fucking problem with it on stream, and I'm not fucking laggy on stream. But for whatever reason, I'm doing this, and it's just fucking me up. It's just annoying. But yeah, nothing has really been happening. I've just been working. I can't remember if it was last week. Yeah, I think it was last week's episode. My mom and I, we got, in order to watch this episode called Black Sails on Hulu, you have to have the Stars extension, which was an extra like $10 a month. I fucking knew we weren't going to watch that show in a week. I fucking knew that we weren't going to watch that. Or it might have been 2 weeks ago at this point. I'm not quite sure. I'm a little hazy on the timeline. I fucking knew it. Bruh, we've been catching it more today, but in like a week, I think it was 2 weeks ago. In like 4 or 5 days, we watched maybe a part of like one episode. Or like, yeah, like earlier in the week, yeah, earlier in the fucking week, we watched like 20 minutes of the tail end of one episode. And there was no fucking way. And there's only 8 episodes in the first season, and we're just now on episode 7. So yeah, I fucking knew it. I know us. I knew there was no fucking way that we were gonna binge a TV show and finish it in a week. I knew there was no way that was gonna happen. But I'm not that pressed about it. It's only an extra $10. So we'll definitely kill it within the month and then cancel that. Cause yeah, the Hulu bill was $30 this month. And I was like, oh, that's annoying. Cause I have the ad free. Cause fuck watching ads. That shit's annoying. Fuck ads. So I have ad free and then the extension on top of it. But like I said, it's just for the month. So but yeah, other than killing moving, nothing's been going on. I've just been doing this same bullshit, just playing for it, playing other games. Yeah, streaming's really been the only thing that's been different or the same, I guess. But yeah, so tonight will be day 26. So I guarantee when I upload this tomorrow, I'll also be streaming later that day. So when this comes out, tap into the fucking stream. It'll be linked in the description on this episode. Also, tap in the Discord. I made a Discord. That's something new. I'm an old man. I barely know how this shit works. So I made a Discord. I've been plugging the Discord. It'll be linked in the description of this video, as well in cannabis videos, as well as on my Twitch page. So yeah, pull up, tap in the Discord, the Cabal. It's been a lot of fucking fun. We got some of the homies in there, some homies from work, online gamers. So yeah, tap the fuck in. We got all kinds of shit. Yeah, I just didn't know what I was gonna fucking talk about for this week's episode. So that was another reason why I was just kind of dragging my feet, if you will. Cause I'm just like, ugh. We got this event going on and trying to cram in stuff leading up to this, and then I'm not really doing anything else, just fucking streaming. I tried to. I'm not sure whether or not because I have the recording it. So basically, I was gonna do a YouTube video based on like, what was it, like a week ago, basically. Yeah, literally a week ago. So last week I was going to do a weed tube video based on smoking a certain amount of weed and eating a certain amount of weed. And I just, not necessarily that well, I guess I did. It's not necessarily a challenge. I mean, I'm the one that put myself up to it. But I basically took a fat fucking dab, and that shit killed me. Absolutely killed me. And, like, I have all the weed still rolled up and still packed because I smoked a joint and then took that fat dab and then fucking died. And then I was just kind of deflated and limp with the weed tube because, like, I took time off for that day to do that, and then it just didn't go how I wanted it to or how I planned it to, and then I just got deflated from that. And then again with Kalen leaving at that point in a week, that was another thing that, again, there's a lot of emotions coming up. So now I'm sitting with that in the vault and contemplating if, like, I want to finish that and upload it, or if I want to, like, if I just want to scrap it and do something else. But that was the only video idea that I had next, was to do that video. So I'm also out of ideas as far as, like, what to put on there. I don't know. I've just been in a creative rut as of late. I can't tell if I'm still like HD on here or not. And I say it all the fucking time, but I gotta actually tap into the fucking music and start making music. It was just, that was another big thing that I talked about before. Barrier to entry was, like, just trying to get into it. It was a lot more behind it than I had anticipated. And I keep looking at the end goal or looking at the end product, and that's overwhelming me from taking the first steps to just get into it. So I gotta just get my toes in there, like how I'm doing with the podcasting and the weed tube and the Twitch. All of these things I had no idea how to do and seemed like really insurmountable tasks, but I figured out each of those and have gotten more proficient and more just understanding of how to make all that shit come to fruition. So the last one is going to be music and getting that shit popping, but I feel like I have a strong feeling like the music creation will be akin to the streaming, and that once it is set up or I have it more streamlined, I'll be fucking all in and just doing it. So it's just a matter of me taking those first steps to do it, which obviously, you know, everyone says like the first few steps are the hardest to take and all that, but yeah, I've just really just kind of had the wind out of my sails a little bit, and I'm not sure why. Just kind of, I guess, the ebbs and flow of life, just the ups and downs and ups and downs. But yeah, I mean, mainly the newest thing I've been doing has been Twitch streaming. And we're 5 followers away from becoming an affiliate on Twitch, which means we can set up all kinds of stuff like channel points. We can do like different, I forget all this stuff, but people can also subscribe on there. I can set up donations so people can donate directly on there as well. I'll have to get like an overlay and start branching into that and taking that not necessarily more seriously, but putting in more funding into it, because especially when it gets to the point where people are subscribing and donating and stuff like that, I gotta have a way better setup. Like right now it's not bad, but I need to have some overlays, some transitions. I literally have streaming buttons on my keyboard that can be fucking used as like a stream deck thing. So I just gotta put more effort and maybe a little bit of money into that as well. Because initially I was like, I don't really want to have to pay for like an overlay or pay for this thing or that thing. But like, for example, I think Stream Elements, which is I don't know how to describe, an application that just helps with the back end of streaming and setting stuff up. They have a premium version that's like $5 a month. That it gives you more features that the basic one doesn't. I mean, that's kind of obvious. It's how like premium subscription models work, obviously. But a lot of those features I do think are worth paying it, and especially having more people in the Discord, because one of the functions is that you'll have a bot that's automated to set out notifications and stuff into Discord and other stuff like that. So that'll be something that would be very helpful to have, to automatically have that set up. Because as of right now, I'm obviously just manually sending out notifications and doing stuff. But yeah, I just gotta. I'm just. I'm at a crossroads. Because now it's becoming more real with Kaylin leaving, and she'll be leaving later tonight. But it's just becoming more set in of like, damn, I don't want to be doing the shit that I'm doing, but at the same time, I don't have a choice. I'm struggling finding a way to break out of the current system that I find myself in. But I see people like my sister and other people who they're finding avenues and they're finding means of getting closer to what they want to be doing and living how they want to be doing, or living how they want to be living. But yeah, it's almost the end of February, and I have like $70 to my name. And I told myself at the end of December, when I was watching the new Starbucks kiosk being built and watching all these fucking electrician and blue collar dudes coming in and out, and be like, I want to do something like that. I told myself at the beginning of the year, like, all right, give it till like maybe your birthday or June or something. Save up that amount of money from now until then, and then quit. And then you could probably hear that. And then have that nest egg saved up, and then just start doing this shit more full time and start doing the electrician stuff to for like the financial aspect of it, basically. But I haven't fucking saved any money. I've been in L fucking account. I haven't saved goddamn any money. But here we are. It is February 24th, about to be March. And Kaylin's leaving, and some other dope ass coworkers I work with are leaving. And it's just even more, I'm seeing the writings on the wall. I'm just like, fuck. I really don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this shit. But at the same time, I don't know if I have the fuck it in me to just quit without any backup or any assurance and just kind of invest, kind of throw it to the wind and be like, all right, fuck it, we're going to make this work, or it's not. I don't know if I have that dog in me necessarily to full on do that, because what's holding me back right now is just financial obligations outside, or like responsibilities outside of just myself. So I'm not just, it's not just like a phone bill or trying to get weed or trying to buy booze. Like I have shit that I have to pay for that is very important, that if I fuck up with payment, serious things happen as far as consequences. And that shit's $100 a month, and it's going for another 6 months. So I need to be able to, until August, like the first week in August, I need to have at least $100 a fucking month, bare minimum, just to cover that bullshit. That doesn't count any of my extra luxuries on top of that. My subscription services, my phone bill, that shit, right? So it's just kind of, I've always had a stressful relationship with money, and I've always just hasn't been the best for my mental well-being and mental health. But yeah, I just keep finding myself in this loop of not wanting to be doing what I'm doing, but at the same time not either looking or being able to find a way out of what I'm doing. And it feels very frustrating. And it's just like, just with Kaylin leaving and these other people, it's just even other like realizations and urges of like, ugh, I hate this, ugh, Like the fact I have to go to work tomorrow, I fucking hate that. It makes me just ugh. But at the same time, I have like $60 fucking. I can't just quit. I literally can't. But I don't have anything else and I don't do anything else. So I'm just annoyed and frustrated at that and trying to figure out that, you know? And I would love to be able to actually go to school more full time and take that as like the thing. But I don't have that luxury. I don't have the financial stability to be able to just focus on school. So I'm very fed up working these shitty minimum wage jobs. But at the same time, right now, I'm not being able to find time to get myself out of these shitty jobs and do something else that can make me more money. I'm just financially illiterate, not very good at. I'm good at spending it, not good at earning it. And it can be very frustrating and fucking annoying. Just being broke is just fucking annoying and stressful, and I just, ooh. Even now, just talking about it is just fucking annoying me. But, yeah. I don't know. I just, ugh. Like the prospect of, like, I have to go work this shitty grocery store job tomorrow. And, like, I'll pull in the parking lot and I'm not going to see Kaylin's little cute slug bug there anymore. You know? And, like, she's the reason why I got this job in the first place. And it just feels weird knowing and working there and knowing that she's not there and not going to be working there. Because we hadn't worked a job with each other before. And she's the first one to move out. So these are new feelings and experiences, but I just don't like it. And I'm just at a point where I'm at, where I'm just annoyed. And I don't, not that I enjoyed any of my employment. I've just been white knuckling it, but I'm more and more every day get less and less and less, how do you say, just running out of patience, essentially, with every day that goes on and with more bullshit that goes on. And I get annoyed. And I'm annoyed at myself for just not doing better or finding better things. But I don't know what the fuck to do. I just live day to day. And it can just, when I get in these ruts and in these moods, it can be sometimes hard. Well, no, it's always times it's hard to get out. But I don't know. I'm just annoyed and just living life, I guess. And see, now I've made myself more upset just talking about all this bullshit. And I'm tired, and I didn't even want to do this. I had the case that I don't want to. This is going to be such a fun podcast, me complaining for 30 minutes. But no, I don't know. Like I said, the beginning of all of this was just going to be me. Bleh. So here's me. Bleh. I'm just, sometimes I do fun shit and go see fucking comedians and go to stand-up shows and get fucking tattoos and shit. And then other times I'm a mopey little bitch that's just in her feelings. And you know what? That's what you get with this channel. That's what we're doing. This is me and this is my life. And this is just recording and uploading little bits and pieces of my life. But I'll try and make it not all doom and gloom. But yeah, this week has been just very emotional. And like, it still hasn't set in that she's leaving. Even though she's been packing the whole fucking day and helped her with the U-Haul shit, like, it still doesn't feel real. And it probably, I don't know for how long. I don't know how long until it sets in, And like, I talk with people at work about it. And I tell them, I'm like, the same thing. I'm like, it still doesn't feel real. Blah, 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 blah. But it still hasn't set in yet. And it's, and Clementine, like, seeing her is one thing. Like, she's a human. I can contact her and whatever. But she's taking a kitty with her. So that cat, I'm, like, not going to see unless I go out there to California to visit them. And, like, that's sad. Because I love that kitty. And when we first initially got her, I mean, granted, they are soul bonded now, but when we first initially watched them come into this earth, I claimed dibs on her, and I was the one that named her Clementine. But, we don't get to pick the babies pick us, and her and Kaylin got bonded with each other, and then I got bonded with my little Machi. But yeah, I'm gonna miss Nuggy, bro. I'm gonna fucking miss her. She's one of two girls that we have in the house. Well, I mean, one of three as far as all of our animals go. Okay, four, because Kaon has a lizard named Luna, gecko leopard named Luna, and she's taking Luna too. But oh, yeah, it's just I don't know. We haven't gone. We've had the privilege of not having to go through this until this point in life. So I'm sure I know plenty of people that have moved way more in their life and move all the time, and this is nothing to them. But this is new to us, and it's I mean, I guess moving can be fun. I don't fucking know, but this moving isn't fun at all. It's Middington Jackson. I'm fucking annoyed at her and her L scheduling timing. But we have one fucking episode of Attack on Titan left. One episode. The last episode of season 4. It's an hour and a half long, right? But it is the last episode of Attack on Titan, and it is the definitive end of the series. We have been watching Attack on Titan since before the 4th season came out, and then we stopped. Like, watched the first 3 seasons, fell off. I personally fell off. 4th season came out. Kaylin watched it. Her friends watched it. Hadn't seen it. Then we've been watching it. Bro, it has been the amount of time it has taken us to watch this fucking show, and this bitch is now moving to a whole nother state, and we have 1 episode left. I'm like, bruh, I don't know when we're going to finish this fucking show. Because the next time she's going to be in town will be for my birthday, and that's in like 2 months from now. And the last 2 episodes are in sub, which means it is in Japanese, and you read the translations, the subtitles. I know I'm inferior. I prefer dubs. I get fucked up. I have subtitles on English shit. Okay, that's the level we're at here. I put subtitles on English. That's how we've been watching AOT. Is the dub version with subs on, right? So the last 2 episodes are sub only, no dub. So even right now, I don't even remember bits and pieces and shit from the last episode. And then now there's gonna be possibly at least a 2-month break. Bruh, I'm not gonna remember any of this bullshit. And it's crazy because I'm not gonna spoil it, but a lot of shit's been popping the fuck off, and a lot of shit's going crazy. We're literally at the end of a fucking TV show. We literally have 1 episode to finish this TV show and be done with a show we've been watching for years. And that's what I'm also pressed about. Couldn't find an hour and a half at some point to do this. Unbelievable, guy. Unfucking believable. And then she acts like we didn't plan to finish watching it today. We watched almost all of it Thursday, and our plan was finish as much as we can Thursday, because we had the 3 episodes. We had the 5 episodes left, 3 20-minute ones, and then the 2 big boys, right? So we finished the 3 20-minute ones, and then the hour-long episode, and I'm like, all right, bet, boom. We'll finish it on Saturday, right? Saturday rolls around and we don't fucking finish it. And now she's moving to another fucking state. I am irked and annoyed. Because it is such a good fucking TV show. Go watch Attack on Titan. It's on Hulu. Great fucking TV show. But goddamn, I want to finish it, bro. Especially, again, the last parts of it are in Japanese. So I don't even necessarily remember. So it's going to be even more like... I'm just annoyed because we're this fucking close to being done with it. And I don't know when we're going to finish it. And it's not like they're going to come out with more shit so we can just kind of wait. It's like, no, this is the end of the show. And we have 1 fucking episode. Oh my god, bro. Oh. Yeah, everything's just fucking annoying. Everything's just been... annoying. That's the summation of all this shit. It's just been annoying. I've been annoyed. I feel annoyed. And I'm not even that hangry because I've had like a fuck ton of grilled cheeses, bro. Like, you only see 1 on this plate, but that's the remnants. I murked his whole fucking family, his whole lineage. You don't even know about them. There's no remnants of them. But yeah, We're banging out. Literally, that is one nice thing about this setup is that A, I can see myself, and B, I can see what the recording time is. I'm surprised, honestly, I've been able to yap for 30 minutes like this. Because I have, I mean, I guess every episode's been freestyle, but at least with, excuse me, the other ones, I'll have shit to, like, yap about, I guess. But I guess I'm just a natural yapper. Well, I don't have to guess. I knew that. But I guess I just had to believe in my yapping abilities to be able to fucking backpack 30 plus minutes of whatever the fuck, you know? But yeah, I'll have Wednesday and Thursday, I think. Tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah, I think I have Wednesday and Thursday off. So those days, or I have a shorter day on Tuesday. But yeah, I want to actually buckle in and tap into this music because it's the last thing that's been a hurdle for me. And honestly, getting through these other things and like the hurdles for, I mean, my most recent WeTube video that I did, that was a whole fucking process about, because I had horizontal recording off the iPhone in the studio, right? Like how this is. But then I also intermittently spliced in videos that were recorded on the phone that were vertical. I had no idea it would be such a fucking chore just trying to edit in and get vertical videos from a phone, recorded on a phone, properly in a video, edited in a video, so that was a fucking hurdle. But the reason why I bring that up is, or even like the thumbnails on the YouTube channel, is these are other technological things that I had no fucking clue how to do. And now I've gotten way more fluent with them. And like I said before, just way more proficient to the point where I'm getting the grip of how to fucking do stuff with it. So I just gotta do that with the music. I just gotta buckle in and just watch a whole bunch of tutorials and just kind of throw myself in there. Because I have a fucking MIDI, I have a keyboard and everything for it. And it works and plugs in and all that. I just gotta, as always with me, it's just a matter of doing and getting it started. That seems to be the issue. Once we actually get it started and the ball rolling, shit seems to be, come a lot easier. But it's just that initial revving it up that sometimes seems to be, well, not sometimes, is usually often the hardest part for me. But yeah, I'm excited because, I don't know, I feel like music might be one thing or one of the few things in life that I'll take more seriously, because I don't take a lot of shit in life serious, but I feel like music will be something that I do, because I don't necessarily, right now, with the quality of the other content, including this right now, I'm not as pressed about it being perceived as, or if it actually is more lower end, lower budget, not the best graphically or production wise. That's what we're looking for. Maybe the production right now on my other stuff isn't the best, and I'm okay with that. But the music, I feel like, is one thing I'll actually really care about and actually put a lot of effort and time into making it the best before it goes out. I feel like that will be the thing that I'm the most scrupulous with. Because, there's a lot of music out there, and there's a lot of fucking bad music out there. And, like with all the other content I make, I just want to make shit that if I were to hear that outside of myself, I would vibe with that and be like, that's fucking sick. That's the kind of shit I'm trying to create. And I'm trying to get other people, meet other people through this similar kind of, I guess, mindset, wave, network, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I'm out here. I'm taking notes of what to do, what not to do. Now it's just a matter of actually sitting down and taking the time to, because I have an idea of stuff and I have a general concept of stuff, but I just need to sit down and start putting pieces together and actually start getting it going. Because, like I said earlier, I feel like with the streaming, I feel like once I get it down and I get into a routine with it, I feel like I'm gonna be obsessed with it. Because I can, said before, I can be very, when I'm into something, I'm fucking into something. So I feel like I'll be just become an absolute fucking fiend. And at that point, that'll be fucking fun. But yeah, I'm just slowly building up the networks and the cabal. You know, eventually we'll get a website popping so that we can get the network popping. Because I want to have a page just for networking so that people can reach out for other people. Because I'm trying to put everybody on. I'm trying to meet dope people that do dope shit and then put them on and have other people. You know, so like I'm gonna reach out and find like graphic designers or artist people to do like my album covers for when I do have music or my single covers. Reach out people for that. I do want to have a clothing line and apparel company at some point in the future. Have that on there as well. Like I said, I have a lot of ideas. It's just a matter of taking the steps. And I think like what I talked about like in 22, just the potency of manifestation and actually taking what's up here and putting it out here. So I'm in the process of transferring what I see out into the world. And I'm excited for it, and I'm excited that I'm doing it. I just need to, in my own opinion, I need to get more on it. Because initially my only hurdle, not only, but the initial hurdle was like, oh, well, I don't have the music software yet, so I need to get the right music software, and then I'll do it. And, well, we got over that hurdle. Now we have the music software. So now the hurdle's like, well, I don't, fucking music theory and fucking scales and shit. It's like, looks like somebody's gonna have to get sweaty and start learning music theory and scales and shit so we can, get shit popping. Because I can very easily get dissuaded from something new. Sometimes I just don't like a challenge. Or if something's more challenging than I thought going into it, I will be way more easy to give up on it. And is that something that I could work on? Maybe at some point in the future. Not going to sit here and be like, well, that's something I should work on. I'm going to start working on that. I'm going to be realistic. I'm probably not without professional help would I do that. But, yeah, going into it, I'm like, oh, it's fucking, you do this, and it'll be fucking this. And it was none of that. And I'm just like, all right, well, you know what? What if we just kind of step back for a sec and let's just just pivot to something else. But now it's getting to the point where I just kind of feel it in my chest, like right here, just this like just tension of just like, ugh, I just need to get it out, bro. I don't want to, ugh. It's just, and doing this has been scratching the itch, so to speak, and has been satiating it. But I really do feel like the next part of the empire will be a sonical one. Because I'm trying to put Seth on. I'm trying to get him making music, doing his shit. Because he's in a completely different genre. He's making that old school shit where you gotta actually like play an instrument and like meet up with people and a thing called like a band or something like that. I don't know, maybe a clique, a group. I'm not sure what they call it. But basically, you like physically play shit that makes sounds, and then you get together and do that together, and then as like a group, you like release that. He's doing that kind of music. I'm doing fucking keyboard beep beep boop boop bop bop beep beep music. But I'm trying to get him hyped. I'm trying to put him on because I already know and fuck with dope people like Sarah, like Seth, like Larv, and I'm just trying to get everybody just do whatever dope shit you're doing. Keep doing that. I'm trying to make a hub, a community center, if you will, to get that out there so that people can find out, oh, this dude's fucking, this guy, oh my god, look at her shit, And I'm glad I'm taking the steps and putting myself out there virtually into the world and, making a Discord and making a place where we can collect and we can come and gather with each other. Because, yeah, I'm trying to meet people. I'm trying to make shit happen. I'm trying to express myself. I'm trying to have a good time. And I'm trying to set up a life that is free from the worries and stresses that have been put upon me because of whatever circumstances life has been put under for me. I'm trying to get myself out of that system, and I'm trying to find other people and get them out of their systems, because I see other people on the other side of the fence who are living the idealized version of what they can be and what they should be doing. And instead of hating on them for what they have and trying to tear them down for what they have, I'm trying to find that for myself, build that for myself, and bring more people to that side of the fence. You know, like I said, high tide lifts all boats, and I'm trying to have everybody at the table, you know? And I've been meeting dope ass people, and I'm excited for the fucking tattoo convention. Ugh, fuck me. In a couple weeks. I'm excited for that because Sarah's gonna be there. I'm gonna get a new piece, but then there's gonna be my mom's coming with. It's gonna be really fucking fun. I'll probably vlog and record it. I'm gonna get the weekend passes, and then we'll see. I know Saturday I'm getting tatted, but we'll see about Friday and Saturday what exactly we do. But yeah, it's shit like that where like I'm meeting dope people, I'm doing dope shit, and I want to keep that ball rolling, and I guess I just want to network and meet people, and yeah, just get shit popping. And I'm even thinking about like with the music creation, like, because I'm not trying to get fucking clapped with copyright. Everything, especially music wise, already I'm trying to do everything in house, but music production especially, we are B2A about being in-house. That shit, I'm not fucking around with trying to get copyrighted or any of that kind of bullshit. So you like samples, all that. I'm thinking like reaching out to people, like artists on Fiverr and shit, and being like if I'm thinking, for example, if somebody has a really melodic voice that I'd love to do for a beat that would have like, you know, a woman's voice in it, I would think to like, oh, I'm gonna go to Fiverr, probably try and, I don't know what the term would be, but for lack of a better word, contract with them and be like, yo, can you fucking sing this phrase and sing this bullshit? And then use that as the sample, if you will, and just do shit like that. So I'd love to meet some dope artists and be able to collab with them and get their vocals and be able to do that, like from IRL as well as online. But yeah, I gotta start making more of this because I'm building it, and then I gotta worry about how, you know, when the people will come. So at first I just gotta set down the I don't know, the floorboards, if you will, to set up the establishment that will be in the future, will be the hub that people will come to just do dope shit. Cause I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing, but at the same time I kind of am trying to figure out it. As paradoxical as that is, as much sense as that doesn't make, it makes sense to me, and I'm just still kind of trying to navigate. You know, some of it I feel like is walking through a dark room with fucking blinders on, but then I feel like bits and pieces. Sometimes I peek through the blinder a little bit, and I get just a little bit of glimpse of what's happening, what's going on, and it's those little peeks through the blinds that keep me doing what I'm doing. And like deja vu is crazy. We need to figure out what the fuck deja vu is, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'll have deja vu that, I think I've said this before, but I'll have deja vu that will basically confirm to me that whatever the fuck I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing, because I'm getting this deja vu of that thing, if that makes sense, right? So like I'm not piloting my life necessarily. I don't know who is, but getting these little deja vus, these flashbacks, are like reaffirmations to myself, or like checkpoints. Like, yeah, no, keep doing it. You got this, so just keep doing this shit. So that's been a weird thing as well. Like again, I'm having a hard time of putting it into words and translating it effectively. But yeah, getting this deja vu, it's like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's still the right thing that I should be doing. Even though I don't know why it is, but all I know, I have this feeling that it is. So for that feeling and that intuition, we're going to keep going down this train. We're going to keep going down this path, because this path leads eventually to what we're trying to do, or where we're trying to be. So as long as we're buckled in doing this shit, I guess, you know, we'll be gravy. But yeah, just sucks getting in these ruts, these moods of just. Because, like, bro, I think it was this week. Yeah, I think this week I had 2 days off. Woke up the first day at, like, fucking 6:30 p.m. p.m. 6:30, not a.m. sweaty. p.m. 6:30. And then the day after that, I think I woke up at, like, 3:30 p.m. So that has just been. Oh, because, yeah, my car battery. Oh, it just. I'm slowly realizing there's certain steps that I need to take to get to where I want to be, to become the better version of myself. And I'm slowly seeing the obstacles and the things that are in my way. And I just need to start doing now what I know I should be doing, what I should have been doing. And I guess not necessarily I've been neglecting to do, but I guess I've just been failing to see that or failing to acknowledge that these are the things that I need to do. But I mean, I was thinking about it even earlier tonight, like a lot of shit. And I've realized this the older I've gotten, but I don't think I'm the only one either. I think it's actually a new theory thing going on. But I myself have noticed how a lot of shit that happens in your childhood, like it comes out in adulthood or it correlates in adulthood, i.e., the music, for example, right? I didn't think of myself as it's not until now, being in my mid-20s, that I'm having this realization and putting these pieces together of these different aspects of myself, that I'm realizing, like, oh shit, maybe I should take all these pieces together and do this thing, right? It's not like I've had this idea of myself being a musician or a person that makes music, right? But then I've been looking back and thinking about it, and throughout my life, the indications, especially in childhood, of that, or just the involvement in that environment, has always been there. You know, I've been in orchestra, did orchestra from like fourth grade. Yeah, I think it was like fourth grade until like high school, right? And when they did like the school aptitude test thingies, uh, one for like a career thing, I forget what they call it, but they basically said that I was really good at like, what was it? Forget the exact word, but lyricism. That I was thinking literacy for some weird reason. I scored really high in the field of like lyricism, poetry, writing, shit like that in high school. And it wasn't until recently that I remembered this, but in early high school, shout out Matt. It was definitely because of Matt, who ironically, funny enough, is a producer and that like does music shit now. But he back in the day was the one that put me on to, and was the one that wanted to be an audio engineer and wanted to do like production and shit like that. So then I remember it's like, oh yeah, fuck, dude, in high school I was kind of fucking with that. So it's like just things like that that I'm realizing looking back on is like, oh, it was kind of there. Like I've been a musical person, I just haven't seen it or allowed myself to accept that or see that, you know? And I love the English language, and you know, I can fucking could bang out like a 5-paragraph or 3-paragraph essay in like 15 minutes depending on the topic. So I've always been good at being able to write and structure stuff, and fuck, since high school for over a decade now, I've been listening to pretty much exclusively hip hop. So like when my whole musical life had been from Spawn until like middle school, it was parents, whatever's on the radio, classic rock, U2, shit like that. Or even to this day, it'll be songs that I don't know the name of, and it'll come on the radio. I'm like, oh my god, this is them? Oh, that's fucking awesome. A lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers, The Police, shit like that, right? Then going to middle school, and pretty much from 6th grade to 8th grade, heavy, huge dubstep phase. I mean, this is the early 2010s we're talking about. Fucking trap, dubstep, all that shit's huge. Skrillex, fucking huge, right? So I was a little fucking dubstep head in middle school. And then, again, fucking Matt, bro. Shout out Matt. He in high school, freshman year, because I hadn't seen him. I was in class with him in kindergarten, and he got bit by a fucking Black Widow in kindergarten, and I didn't see him again, right? Fast forward, that's how crazy big, small town the city I live in is. You can go years without seeing somebody. You could see the same motherfucker you haven't seen in years 3 times in a day, right? So I go from not seeing this kid from a spider bite right? From kindergarten. Fast forward freshman year of high school. I'm coming out of, it's like one of the first days of school. I'm coming out of the cafeteria. Motherfucker is standing at, like, it's hard to explain, but basically the thing, he's standing under a patio outside like the cafeteria. And I'm like, Matt? And then me, obviously being, I didn't look like this, but just being a ginger, especially down here, there weren't that many of us. So he was like, Evan? Clicked up since then, right? But he put me on to Odd Future, right? Because up until that point, and also a kid named, his last name is Kim, but we called him Kimchi. Shout out Austin Kimchi. In drama class freshman year, he also put me on. He put me on the Underachievers and Action Bronson, but Matt put me on to like Odd Future, and I can't remember who did what before, but it was basically those two put me into hip hop, and like Flatbush Zombies put me into hip hop and then got me into hip hop. And from there till now, I pretty much exclusively have only been listening to hip hop, with Seth, my slime, being an advent of putting some metal in there from like around 18 or so till now. So we got a little side path of metal, but my heart has been for the past decade plus in hip hop and have been listening to hip hop. And I just went Suicide Boys last year. Like, it's just all these things, like I said, I'm parting and piecing together and realizing, like, ding, 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 ding. Like, hey, big brain, maybe this is something that, like, you should do. And, you know, if I was a more faith-filled person or a more religious person, I think this would be what those people would call what I'm destined to do, or what God has made me to do, or what I'm ordained to do. But it's just the feeling of that's what I should be doing. Like, if this was if this was like medieval times, like, I'm born to be a cobbler. I am supposed to be out here making some mean ass shoes for people on these streets. I can't tell you why, but that's just the way I feel. And that's why I feel like I'll be really B2A when it comes to the music. As far as the production quality, I feel like I'll be very stringent and very critical of myself on the quality of it. Will I release and have people told me that they could see me doing like less serious, more meme music? Sure, there's most definitely a possibility, and like not necessarily a character, but a name and an umbrella that I could use for that avenue. I've already thought about a couple like meme rap names, I guess, if you will, for that avenue. But for my actual expression of music and what I want to seriously put out there, yeah, I feel like I'll be very particular about, at least for me, because again, I've heard half my inspiration comes from hearing shitty ass people doing the same thing. So I'm like, oh, if this shit bucket's over here doing this, I could do that times fucking 15. If this asshole's out here doing it, I could fucking do that. That's like half of it. And the other half is the admiration from other people that I look up to. Is like, damn, that motherfucker's doing it? Oh, bro, I want to do that shit too. So it's half of like, I want to be like those guys, and half, I could be way better than those guys. That's making me realize, like, let me throw my hat in the ring. I mean, for Christ's sake, I didn't think I'd be doing this bullshit. I never thought, and again, YouTube, chronically on YouTube around the same time. This account that I'm on right now, I think I made it in like 2013. Yeah, I think this account was made in like 2013 for my fucking, ironically, I think it was made for school and for high school and shit. So like, I never in a million years thought I would make YouTube content. I never thought I'd be a YouTuber. I didn't think I'd make podcasts. I didn't think I would stream. I didn't think any of the shit that I'm doing now, I never thought I would do in a million years. But as I'm doing it and meeting people and having fun with it, I'm realizing, like, fuck, dude, this is what I should have been doing this whole time. So now I'm just in the phase of transitioning and trying to monetize what I should be doing, so I don't have to depend on something else for the financials. Because once this shit starts making money, once any of the shit that I'm doing right now, once we get a little bit of fire to that, it's fucking game over, bro. You think it's crazy my stream schedule now that I have like a full-time job and I work, or I stream every day? Bro, we will be fucking gripless when we have financial stability. It is going to be insane. The quality of everything is going to be insane. The time, the dedication. It's going to be crazy. So I'm in a weird transition phase of I'm investing in and putting time and effort and resources into this that isn't making money now but will in the future, while at the same time trying to balance life with shit that I don't want to be doing, but I have to for, again, that financial stability. So I'm taking care of this one plant and growing this one plant to eat the fruit of that future plant. But meanwhile, I'm still tending and taking care of this bush over here, because this bush, I still sell these flowers and I have to take them to market and all that. But I am planting this fucking plant over the here so I can fucking just, ugh. Yeah, just don't want to have to, I want to be able to live just without worry of, I mean, everything. I mean, everyone should feel this way. That's why there should be free public housing for people, but just having your hierarchy of needs met and then being able to explore beyond that. That's why I'm such a proponent of socialism, and aspects of socialism is ideally and in certain circumstances you have your basic needs met: food, water, shelter, that, and then it goes a little bit above that as a net. Like, oh, I fucking loved when this program happened. I'll have to tap into it, see what happened as a result. One of the Scandinavian countries, damn, probably like a decade ago at this point, one of the Scandinavian countries did like a UBI. And I mean, we did it here as well when the pandemic hit, but they did a UBI, and I remember watching a Vice video about it. And basically, one of the people they followed, as a result of, it was like, we'll call it like $1,000 a month or something like that, right? The government gave these people, like every citizen, $1,000 a month, no matter what, right? And it just followed this. I think it was like a dad or something like that. That because of that, just $1,000 a month, that took care of the bills and that took care of something else. And because of that, he was able to go more into, or full time into, this like hobby. I think it was like some kind of wood crafting, wood carving, woodworking, whatever the fuck. And then because of that, he was able to turn that into a business, which then actually made even more money. So just being able to have his needs met on the bare minimum line of, you'll have food, you'll have a place to live, you'll have clean water, and you won't have to worry about that shit, that enabled him to go into things that he wanted to do, or activities outside of just survival. Because I feel like in this fucking late stage capitalist system that we're in right now, we're just living to survive. We're not, few of us are living the way we want to or the way we should be, and most of us who are privileged, depressingly, to be in this state of just survival, yeah, we don't have the luxuries of thinking outside of like, oh, what do I, like, that's the depressing thing, especially in America. Like, it wasn't until finding out from like European people, like, we are very work centric, and that's obvious, but it comes across also in the language. So like in America, when meeting people or talking to people, we bring up as the first few things an occupation or a job or a title is what we do, right? In Europe and other parts of the world, that's like one of the last things they talk about, if at all something that they talk about. So be like, hi, my name's John. I'm John the Carpenter. How are you? Meanwhile, in fucking France, you have, hey, my name is Francois, and I love to sip wine and take my dog to the dog park. Like, they don't give a fuck about what your job is. But here in America, it's like, oh, this is me. My identity is my job. This is what I do. And then that you have your workaholics that without working, they have not, like, even your standard not a workaholic has, what do that you satisfy somebody's needs, right? You satisfy their basic needs. You don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about housing. You don't have to worry about water. What would you do with your time? What would you do with your life? I feel like a lot of people would either have no answer or a depressing answer for that. Why? Because their whole life, me included, is just getting to that base level of survival. A lot of us are just trying to get to solid food, solid housing, solid water, solid fucking money income, right? Financial stability. That's what most of us are just trying to get to. But once we get to that point and we've achieved that, then what? What's left after that? Most of us don't know, because Hell, I just worked to get to that point. I didn't think it's like the dog chasing the car, right? The dog's chasing after the vehicle. He doesn't know what the fuck he's gonna do once he catches up to it. It's just he's running after it. Well, there's gonna be a day when, or what happens when that day comes that the dog catches up with the vehicle. Now, what is they gonna do with the vehicle? You don't fucking know, right? So that's why this is what I would be doing if I was the dog that caught the vehicle. I would hop in their vehicle, I'd record a podcast, then I'd hop in the back, I'd smoke a fat fucking bowl for my weed tube, then I'd hop in the passenger seat in the back, I'd start streaming back there, and then in the front of the whip, I'd plug in my aux and start bumping my music for them. That would be what I would do if I was that dog that caught that car. So I'm trying to make what my would be if everything was ideal. I'm trying to make that my financial thing. So like, what would you do if money wasn't a thing? Is what I'm trying to make what I get money, what I get paid to do, or what my money's based off of. So it's like, well, if you didn't have to work for a living, what would you like to do? I'd love to be a musician. I'm trying to get paid from doing that, and that's why we're a cabal. Cause see, or it's gonna be a cabal and a network. Cause I'm not deluded into thinking that. I mean, hell, any one of the things I'm doing has like a fucking 0 point count how many donuts before you get to an actual digit percent chance of popping off or being successful in any degree. But we're doing all of them simultaneously, just kind of casting a wide net, because I believe in myself as well as other people that I've met that, I don't know, we're going to fucking make it. I don't know what it is, but it's going to happen. You can mark my words on this podcast. Shit's happened. We're going to make it happen. We're going to get a function. We're going to get motion. We're going to get something. I don't know what it is, but we're going to get it going. And I'm excited to be taking the steps to be doing this because, like I said in previous episodes, you know, I'm going to be fucking 25 this year. And I try as much as I can, and I genuinely do not keep up with other people and like keeping up with the Joneses, like pocket watching, worrying about what other people do, but just me for myself of Evan on a piece of paper, the age of 25 and working at a grocery store. That's a non-starter, Chief. I'm not okay with that. I don't give a fuck what you think about that or what they think about that. That's not acceptable to me. And at the end of the day, that's what's most important, right? So if I'm disgusted by that, I need to change that shit, right? I don't care if people are out here getting married and having kids and being real estate people, but I'm seeing that and I'm like, damn, the chick I had third period chemistry class with, she's a mom. Damn, the dude that I played fucking slide or tackle football with or flag football with in middle school, he's a real estate dude up in fucking the big city. Like, I'm realizing that the age I'm getting, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm still doing the same bullshit when I was like 18. And it's not as cute to be like 20 something, in your mid 20s, doing the same shit you were doing when you're like 18. So I'm like, damn, bro. I know a lot of things that I don't want to do, rather things that I do want to do. So this is me starting doing things that I do want to do. So yeah, I'm investing in myself and believing in myself that we're gonna do this. And again, I don't got that dog in me to just fully pull trig and say fuck it, quit my job with like no stability or backing and just jump that into it of self-belief, parachute, we're gonna make it. I'm not that deluded yet, but I am at the point where if I get even somebody whistling in my direction of something different, I'm fucking there. Let's do it. Run it up. Oh, you do that? Let's fucking run it up. Oh, you wash dogs? Let's run it up. Fucking you detail cars? Let's do it. Run it up. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. All right. Short of selling booty on the timeline, I'm not really giving a fuck what else it is right now. I'm looking at pretty much anything else that walks through that door. I'm like, all right, I'll go do that. So, not say we're necessarily desperate, but we are not too attached with the circumstance that we find ourselves in currently. So yeah, I just gotta invest and keep building up the network and the cabal, and keep meeting people and doing shit. Bro, I cannot believe I've been yapping for an hour already. I really do have that dog in me, huh? I can just fucking whatever. shout out to all those people. Again, what I was talking about before, shit in your childhood or whatever coming out. Shout out that fucking teacher, that substitute teacher junior year who's like, you should be like a radio host or something, because you could like just keep talking and talking and talking. And not in a bad way. Some of the stuff you're saying is interesting, but you can just keep going. Shout out that fucking substitute teacher and all the fucking haters and lovers out there. It's because of y'all that we're here. We're doing it. We're in the stew. Or, this is more the bedroom. This ain't really the stew. But, and that's another kind of cool, sad thing. Is that with Kayla moving out, I can actually finally turn that room into a studio. Because I was supposed to be that. I'm in a corner. My normal podcast, I'm in a corner of that room, which is probably obvious, but I'm in a corner, tucked away in the corner of this whole fucking room. I was supposed to have the whole fucking room for my bullshit. So, there was a whole bunch of life bullshit, and shit did not happen. But with the advent of her moving out, and her room being emptied, I'm gonna fucking empty out that room, put that shit in her room, and fucking have an actual fucking studio. Because I would love to, I want to get a table in there. We're just in a corner. We're just in a fucking corner right now. And oh, that's kind of Middington though, because I'll have to get more 3M tape to like move the posters and shit around. It'll be worth it though. Damn. Well, that is kind of sad. With Kalen leaving, I'll be able to expand the stew, so that'll be fun. But damn, I cannot believe we've been yapping for over an hour. Now this time, what we're smoking on, I do actually have an idea of what it is. I think I believe I know, W content, W podcast, I know. Gas face. Okay, so we're smoking on a bowl of some gas face. And this shit is fucking stony, bro. This shit has my eyes low. Low. Can barely keep them hose open. But yeah, so we're gonna go in on a nice little bolski of some gas face. So I hope y'all are ripping with me, sipping with me, tripping with me. For all my sober soldiers out there, I salute y'all. I commend y'all. Maybe someday, maybe Cali will probably go the furthest we go. I don't really see myself ever putting down Mary, because there's just, bro, we're at the best point in life right now. It might get better even down the road, but right now, like the weed game and edibles and concentrates, like you just can't beat cannabis right now. Like cannabis is just the best it's ever been right now. So it'll probably just even get better. So I'll be, me in 20 years will still be fucking doing this bullshit. But cheers, everybody. Oh yeah. Fuck. Got my face all red. Big old gorilla rips out here. Fuck. But y'all know what time it is. Gather round. Come on, come on. Gather round. Crisscross applesauce. Wow. That? No, this is where we're at. Okay. Damn, bro. We are literally halfway. So the longer one, that is our bookmark right there. So we're like halfway through the book. This bookmark right here, I believe, is the furthest I got initially reading it the first time. But I hadn't gone past that, and I've forgotten everything leading up to there. Hence why this is the first book. Ooh. Hence why this is the first book that we're reading, because I forgot all the way up to that part. So we're rereading it all again. And then from that part, it'll be new for everybody. Fuck. Okay. Earth. The Book of Bilal. Mastery. Mastery of the Earth. Fuck, bro. That rip got me. Those chunky gorilla rips just get me. The greatest... That's not a good start. The greatest appeal of magic is not in its application, but in its esoteric meanderings. The element of mystery which so heavily enshrouds the practice of the black arts has been fostered deliberately or out of ignorance by those who often claim the highest expertise in such matters. If the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, then establishing occultists would do well as maze makers. The basic principles of ceremonial magic have been relegated for so long to infinitely classified bits of scholastic mysticism that the would-be wizard becomes the victim of the very art of misdirection which they themselves should be employing. An analogy may be drawn of the students of applied psychology who, though knowing all the answers, cannot make friends. What good is a study of falsehoods unless everyone believes in falsehoods? Many, of course, do believe in falsehoods, but still act in according to natural law. It is upon this premise that satanic magic is based. This is a primer, a basic text, holy fucking A. This is a primer, a basic text on materialistic magic. It is a satanic McGuffey's reader. That's some old head magazine, never heard of before. Belial means without a master, and symbolizes true independence, self-sufficiency, and personal accomplishment. Would you look at that? All the shit that I'm trying to do for myself. That's crazy. Not pre-watched. Ugh. Belial represents the earth element, and herein will be found magic with both feet on the ground, real, hardcore, magical procedure, not mystical platitudes devoid of objective reason. Probe no longer. Here is bedrock. Buckle in, baby. Let's go. Click it or fucking ticket. The history and practice of satanic magic. Definition and purpose. The definition of magic, as used in this book, is, quote, the change in situations or events in accordance with one's will, which would, using normally accepted methods, be unchangeable. This admittedly leaves a large area for personal interpretation. It will be said by some that these instructions and procedures are nothing more than applied psychology or scientific fact called by magical terminology, until they arrive at a passage in the text that is, quote, based on no known scientific finding, end quote. It is for this reason that no attempt has been made to limit the expansion set forth to set a nomenclature. Magic is never totally scientifically explainable, but science always has been, at one time or another, considered magic. That is fucking true. A few years ago, John put me on to different John. John you guys don't know, but if you're watching, John, shout out you, John. He put me on this back in the day. I guess this like mysticism, esoteric stuff. I forget what exactly it was. The three of them. It was like alchemy, astrology, and something else turn into and are the foundations of like chemistry, astronomy, and something else. And I remember that really, because I don't think I've said, I'm not sure if I've said it before, but as a kid or a younger atheist, I was very scientifically hard set, and I was very, if it isn't explained by science or what we can understand by, using the scientific method and being able to measurement within instruments, then it's just simply, it's woo woo, whatever, right? So when I found out that something like alchemy or astrology ends up being the foundations for what I would consider real science, right? Astronomy and chemistry, right? They had their foundation on these more mystical, occult foundations. And that, like, really kind of turned the key and opened. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, what the fuck? And not necessarily ever since then. I've had other experiences and things happen, but I'm a nice, healthy, happy medium in between. I'm not a hardcore, like, when you die, it goes straight fade to black. There is nothing, right? We're not that straight edge with it, but I'm not on the other side of the spectrum. I don't think there's a purpose or that all of this is ordained and that there's some third party watching over us that gives a shit about what we're doing. I don't think that either. So right now we're just in a mystical, halfway happy medium of like, there's some other shit going on outside of this shit, so just be a good person. That's basically what we're on right now. Just be a good person. Why? For the sake of being a good person. No, there shouldn't have to be any kind of punishment or explanation or justification. Just be a good person. Simple as, bruv. Simple as. It is for this reason. Okay, yeah. Yes, there is no difference between, quote, white and black magic, except in smug hypocrisy, guilt ridden righteousness, and self deceit of the, quote, white magician himself. In the classical religious tradition, quote, white magic is performed for altruistic, benevolent, and quote unquote good purposes, while quote unquote black magic is used for self aggrandizement. Oh, that's a good word, self aggrandizement, personal power, and quote evil purposes. No one on earth ever pursued occult studies, metaphysics, yoga, or any other quote white light concept without ego gratification and personal power as a goal. It just so happens that some people enjoy wearing hair shirts, and others prefer velvet or silk. What is pleasure to one is pain to another, and the same applies to quote good and evil. That is true. I think trying to find an inner subjective good versus evil, because yes, that is hard. I would say, yeah, I mean, we already saw this. Be just the golden rule, and this talks about a golden rule as well. Just do unto others as you would want done unto yourself, right? So being a good person would the actions that you are doing and perpetrating on other people, is that what you would want to have happen to you? Would you want to be robbed? Would you want to have your house robbed? Would you want, right? If any of the answer to the question branches to no, then don't do that. If any of the branches of the answer goes to yes, do that one. That is what the good and the evil or bad, in my opinion, would be. Is that behaviors and outcomes that end in benefit or root or not root net positive versus actions and shit like that and consequences that end in a net negative. I feel like that's what good is. So be a good person is just doing good actions and just I don't have to explain. You people understand. I should hope people should understand. But for those in the back who don't understand, just don't be an asshole. Every practitioner of witchcraft is convinced that he or she is doing, quote, the right thing. Magic falls into two categories, ritual or ceremonial, and non-ritual or manipulative. Ritual magic consists of the performance of a formal ceremony taking place, at least in part, within the confines of an area set aside for such purposes and at a specific time. Its main function is to isolate the otherwise dissipated adrenal and other emotionally induced energy and convert it into a dynamically transmittable force. It is purely an emotional rather than intellectual act. Any and all intellectual activity must take place before the ceremony, not during it. This type of magic is sometimes known as, quote, greater magic. Non ritual or manipulative magic, sometimes called, quote, lesser magic, consists of the wile and guile obtained through various devices and contrived situations. What the fuck is that? Can I get a huh? Where was that? Yeah, what the fuck? Sly or cunning intelligence?
Guile.
Guile. Okay, guile. Okay. With sly or cunning intelligence. Okay. Obtained through various devices and contrived situations, which, when utilized, can create, quote, change in accordance with one's will, end quote. In olden times, this would be called, quote, fascination, glamour, or the evil eye. Most of the victims of the witch trials were not witches. Yep, that is fucking true. God, what a shitty fucking thing that was, huh? Everyone just tripping balls off some shitty ergot. Oh, that's crazy. Often the victims were eccentric old women who were either senile, I thought it was a V, senile, or did not conform to society. Others were exceptionally attractive women who turned the heads of men in power and were not responsive to their advances. The real witches were rarely executed or even brought to trial, as they were proficient in the art of enchantment and could charm the men and save their own lives. That's crazy. Most of the real witches were sleeping with the inquisitors. Damn. This is the origin of the word glamour. The antiquated meaning of glamour is witchcraft. What the fuck? You learn something new every day. Now it's a good day, huh? That's fucking crazy. Oh, no idea. Etymology is fucking fascinating. No! The... Pre-read. The most important asset to the modern witch is her ability to be alluring or to utilize glamour. The word fascination has similarly cult origin. Fascination was the first term applied to the evil eye. To fix a person's gaze, in other words, fascinate, was to curse them with the evil eye. Therefore, if a woman had the ability to fascinate men, she was regarded as a witch. That is awesome. See, etymology, the history of words is fucking sick. What? Damn, that's crazy. Learning to effectively utilize the command to look is an integral part of a witch's or warlock's training. To manipulate a person, you must first be able to attract and hold their attention. Oh my gosh, ugh, so gassy. The three methods by which the command to look can be accomplished are the utilization of sex, sentiment, or wonder, or any combination of these. A witch must honestly decide into which category she most naturally falls. The first category, that of sex, is self-evident. If a woman is attractive or sexually appealing, she should do everything in her power to make herself as enticing as possible, thereby using sex as her most powerful tool. Once she has gained the man's attention by using her sex appeal, she is free to manipulate him to her will. The second category is sentiment. Usually older women fit into this category. This would include the cookie lady type witch, who might live in a little cottage and be thought of by people as being a bit eccentric. Children are usually enchanted by the fantasy that this type of witch can provide for them, and young adults seek her out for sage-like advice. Through their innocence, children can recognize her magical power. By conforming to an image of the sweet little old lady next door, she can employ the art of misdirection to accomplish her goals. The third category is the wonder theme. This category would apply to the woman who is strange or awesome in her appearance. By making her strange appearance work for her, she can manipulate people simply because they are fearful of the consequences should they not do as she asks. Many women fit into more than one of these categories. For example, the young girl who has an appearance of freshness and innocence, but at the same time is very sexy, combines sex and sentiment. Or the femme fatale, who combines sex appeal with sinister overtones, uses sex and wonder. After evaluating her assets, each witch must decide which category or a combination of categories she fits, and then utilize these assets in the proper form. To be a successful warlock, a man must similarly fit himself into a proper category. The handsome or sexually appealing man would naturally fit into the sex category. The second or sentiment category would apply to the older man who has perhaps an elfin or forest wizard appearance. Okay. The sweet old grandpa, often a dirty old man, would also be in the sentiment category. The third type would be the man who presents a sinister or diabolical appearance. Each of these men would apply his particular brand of the command to look in much the same way as the woman previously described. Visual imagery utilized for emotional reaction is certainly the most important device incorporated in the practice of lesser magic. Anyone who's foolish enough to say, looks don't mean a thing, is indeed deluded. Good looks are unnecessary, but looks are certainly needed. Odor is another important manipulative factor in lesser magic. Remember, animals fear and distrust anyone or anything that doesn't smell. And even though we may, as human animals, deny many of the judgments based on this sense consciously, we are still motivated by our sense of smell just as surely as any all fours animal. If you are a man and wish to enchant a woman, allow the natural secretions of your body to pervade the atmosphere immediately around you, and work in animalistic contrast to the vestments of social politeness that you wear upon your back. If you, as a woman, wish to bewitch a man, do not fear that you might offend. Simply, the oils and fragrances of your flesh have not been scrubbed away, or that the place between your thighs is not dry and sterile. These natural odors are the sexual stimulants which nature in her magical wisdom has provided. That's a crazy take. Take a fucking shower. Nobody likes to smell your stinky, smelly ass. If you have stinky fucking pussy, clean that shit. Nobody wants fucking raunchy clam, alright? If you got a fucking just disgusting fucking gooch, fucking scrub that shit. Get in the balls, right? Get it. No. No. We're not doing this fucking, oh, it's pheromones. No. Fuck off. Take a shower. Nobody likes a stinky bitch. Take a shower. That's ridiculous. That's a crazy ass take. Do not be running around here just fucking. No. We don't be doing that bullshit. Take a fucking shower. Put on some fucking deodorant. No. We're not playing those reindeer games, pal. Jesus Christ. The sentiment stimulants are those odors that will appeal to pleasant memories and nostalgia. The enchanting of a man through his stomach is first established by the smell of cooking. A quote-unquote sentiment type of witch will find this one of the most useful of all charms. It's not so facetious to dwell upon the technique of the man who wished to charm the young lady who had been displaced from her home of childhood joys, which happened to be a fishing village. I don't know why I read that like a question. It is not so facetious to dwell upon the technique of the man who wished to charm the young lady who had been displaced from her home of childhood joys, which happened to be a fishing village. Wise to the ways of lesser magic, he neatly tucked a mackerel into his trousers pocket and reaped the rewards that great fondness may often bring. Don't try and riz shoddy up with the fucking sardine in your pocket. We are not doing these fucking sardine pocket. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Do not be doing that bullshit. Shoddy is not going to enjoy the fucking sardine tech. That is crazy. This man is giving out L advice. It's like he wants y'all to fail. That's crazy. That was crazy advice. The 3 types of satanic ritual. There are 3 types of ceremony incorporated in the practice of satanic magic. Each of these correspond to a basic human emotion. The first of these we shall call a sex ritual. A sex ritual is what is commonly known as a love charm or spell. The purpose in performing such a ritual is to create desire on the part of the person whom you desire, or to summon a sex partner to fulfill your desires. If you have no specific person or type of person in mind strong enough to cause direct sexual feeling culminating in orgasm, you will not succeed in performing a successful working. The reason for this is that even if the ritual was successful by accident, what good would it serve you if you could not take advantage of your eventual opportunity because of lack of stimulation or desire? It is easy to confuse enchantment for your ulterior motives with spell casting to satisfy your sexual desires. Enchantment for self-aggrandizement, when accompanied by ceremonial magic, falls in the category of either the compassion or the destruction ritual, or possibly both. If you want or need something so badly you are sad or feel much anguish without it, and can obtain it through the use of glamour and enchantment without causing hurt on another's part, then this would incorporate a compassion ritual to increase your power. If you wish to enchant or entrap a deserving victim for your own purposes, you would employ a destruction ritual. These formulas are to be adhered to, as applying to the wrong type of ritual towards a desired result can lead to a trouble of a complicated nature. Oh, I mean, we're at $1.30. Yeah, honestly, I'm not even really. We're at $1.30. I'm trying to stream as well tonight. A little short on the reading. I know, boo-hoo. I know, boo-hoo. Everyone's so sad. They're so distraught. Boo-hoo. I know. We'll put a pin in it there for this week though, because I'm trying to get stream popping. But if y'all made it this far, please comment grilled cheese, so that way I know y'all made it this far. But yeah, thank y'all for being here for yet another episode. Ooh. Go check out the WeedTube. Go check out the Twitch. We will get music up and going. We have the Discord. Like I said, everything will be linked, and we will be live when this video goes out. We will be live the night this goes out. So be tuned later tonight. When this video drops, be tuned later tonight. I will be live on Twitch. So yeah, pull up in the cabal. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.